This is now the 4th week of an entire month of the ocean still being stirred up from offshore hurricanes that were way out in the middle of the Atlantic recently. These rocks are the beautiful outcroppings of the Anastasia limestone formations here at Blowing Rocks. It doesn't look like we'll be able to shell in the water, and the water is lacking that stunning teal and blue that I am so familiar with around here. But there are treasures to be found. Pops of orange, Scotch bonnets, Florida Nauticas, sea beans, turbans, shiny augers, dirty lion's paws that cleaned up so great, and about 1 million olives and more. Welcome to Florida Beach Walks. I'm Roxanne. Let's go shelling on Jupiter Island. So this morning I am out here with my husband and we're all alone. No kids. Oh my word, it's quite the balancing act, especially with little Ella, but it worked out, and this is the middle of the week. I just can't help but think of our epic lion paw walk further up this island being here. Man, check that video out if you missed it. It's just amazing. We won't have a lot of lion's paws today. There will be some paws, yay, but there'll be tons of olives, I'll tell you that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're in Blowing Rocks by the Anastasia limestone formations, and we're just going to walk north. Starting off with a gorgeous pop of orange on this rough scallop. I thought it was calico at first, but it is a rough scallop. See all the little roughness in its ribs, and a piece of sea glass. I've always wanted to do a project where you wrap like the metal around that sea glass, so we got to see. Here is a buttercup lucine missing its butter. Yep, you can only get that butter on the West Coast. And some spectral bittersweets, my candy shell. Fantastic, a cherry Jewelbox on the lighter side. Man, one day I really want to find those dark pink red. Would be fantastic. Lots of shell piles up by the high rack line today. Here's another rough scallop. Gorgeous. Look at this hinge wings, or oracles, as they're called. Perfect specimen. All right, not so perfect. Here's a white bearded arc, but we'll leave that one since it's got a crack in it. Kind of looks like an albino mossy arc. And another spectral and a common auger. Great tip on that one. Sometimes these augers around here can just be really big. And here is an Atlantic giant cockle. Got a scallop, and this one is the curved side or the lower valve of a flat scallop. And a knickernut, a gray knickernut, a drift seed, also known as a sea pearl. Another drift seed, yay, a donkey eye, a horse eye. Oh, they have a lot of nicknames. And I think this is the red variety of a hamburger bean. And a pretty little juvenile giant bittersweet clam. Beautiful peach, rough scallop, and this one cleaned up really well. I'll show you some before and afters before the shell haul. Fantastic cleanups. And here's a lucky bean. Oh, I ordered some screw eye pins, and I'm gonna start playing around with these to try to turn them into charms or keychain bedanglings or something. Here's another lower valve of a flat scallop and a Mexican talon. Another beautiful pop of orange. This is a gorgeous Gorgeous colored calico scallop. Stunning on that one. Love finding lots of tiny, there's a very dirty rough, dirty rough scallop, and that was harder to clean up. But I love finding the little tiny shells around here, little calicos and little rough scallops. The little ones have perfect hinge wings that I have found near here in Hope Sound. Here is a flat scallop. This is, I believe, the round ribbed one with two weird little circle things at the bottom. I picked up another one in a little bit, also with another little round circle. Kind of strange. And another fantastic rough scallop. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I was hoping to start seeing. It's a little old. It's okay. It's totally missing its hinge wings. But I will take any lion paw and any piece. Love it. Gorgeous. And I did lighten this one up just a little bit. Just a little bit with some hydrogen peroxide. And here is a calico clam. A little juvenile one. Don't really see these a lot over here on the East Coast. Find them a lot on the West Coast. Oh yeah, I spy another lion's paw. It's a dirty little guy also. But that's okay. I will show you the cleanup job on that one too. It actually had a stripe at the top of it. And here is a keyhole limpet. I'll say it's a cayenne. Trying to learn these limpets. And of course, I will collect the darker candy striped spectral bittersweet clams. And I also do have those in my Etsy shop if you are interested. Very nice hearty clam. Do lots of projects with those. Whoop, there is another one. More juvenile calicos. Just really enjoying these orange ones. Yep, and it's a piece of a lion's paw coming home with me. And another spectral. Let's see. We got a rough scallop. Okay, a rough scallop in rough shape, but it is orange, so it's coming home. We'll give that a nice cleanup job. Oh, that's this is really pretty. A zigzag flat scallop. That is just the most prettiest burnt orange color. Gorgeous. Look at this. More orange. Here is a scaly scallop and a calico. Love the fall colors on these scallops today. Absolutely love fall time. Looking forward to some cooler weather. Here's a zigzag flat. And there's another mysterious circle on the bottom of that one. Very strange. I am not quite sure what this one is, but my best guess is that it's a cancel it simile because it does have that simile shape. Here's another scaly scallop or senti scallop and a jackknife clam, a razor clam, also known as mermaid's fingernails. You can find these in abundance from my experience up north more towards Jacksonville. Don't really usually see those too much down here. And an orange calico scallop to add to the others. What'd you find? You finding olives? Huh? Huh? I was wondering what you were doing up here. Found a bunch of olives. He sure did find a lot of olives. I saw him up by this high rack line and he was just hanging out for a while. And I'm like, what are you finding up there? So yes, under all the seaweed was just a plethora of shiny olives. Now, there was some dredging in Hope Sound, like even, I think, for a whole year, even into last year, and it has stirred up the olives in this area, no joke, all up and down Jupiter Island. Even in Hutchinson, I've been finding some shiny olives. So we're just kind of tearing up the seaweed around here, collecting olives and shiny olives. With the sun, you can't really tell these are shiny, but they're really glossy. I'll show you a few shots in a minute. In a little bit more shade, you can see the shine on those. And here is an auger, if I can hold onto it. Perfect points on these. Now, this is about the prettiest colored chestnut turban I've seen with that caramel swirl. Gorgeous. Lots of turbans along with all these olives too. And turbans feed on algae, and they are heavy duty cleaners. Very popular in aquariums. And here's a Scotch bonnet. Now, I did not find any Scotch bonnets that were just laying around. They were all under the seaweed tucked away. Beautiful. Giant bittersweet clam. Some of those are just so dark and just gorgeous. Some more olives, and I will have some listings of olives in my Etsy shop as well. I've enjoyed selling and sharing I can't say it. Sharing seashells from my Etsy shop. It's been a blessing even to me, and get to share some witnessing materials as well. Just awesome. Thank you for everyone who has purchased from my Etsy shop. All right, let's look under some more seaweed. Look at that. They're just everywhere in this one area. They were just all over. So Corey definitely had a fun time collecting these olives, and I found a few freak olives too. I don't think I featured them here, but I'll definitely show you at the end. Here's one more in the shade, just beautiful, like glassy olives, with most of them had nice points on them. Whoops, there goes that one. That one has a little predator hole, but it is nice and glossy. And here is another round ribbed flat scallop. And also around this section, the reason I didn't feature a lot of stuff, I was so sick. I don't know. I just had an overwhelming feeling to toss my cookies, but I did not. And there goes that turban. That was really pretty with the barnacles. But yeah, it just hit me. It just came out of nowhere. It was just like, oh. But I kept going. I kept pressing on, and I did feel better a little bit later. I had some applesauce in my backpack. Beautiful orange calico and a shiny auger. I was able to collect a lot of these with the tips, because when I normally find them, they just don't have those really sharp tips. So it's very happy. Another Scotch bonnet. Has some pale spots on that one. Dirty rough scallop and another Scotch bonnet. And can you guess what those are? Olives. All right, another fantastic shiny auger. These can get to a max size of about 1.5 inches, so this is probably maxing out at the size that these are. All right, a giant bittersweet in the giant adult size. Still has some retained good color. And here is a massive turkey wing with some coral forming at the top there. But my heavens, just the size of this turkey wing is so big. They max out around 3 inches, so that's probably right up there with it. Here's a really pretty piece of rose coral. Nice hand-sized one, but I will leave this one at the beach. I think this type of coral skeleton is one of the most prettiest. Currently, all forms of coral, even the skeletons, are protected under law and should stay at the beach. A stunning size moon snail, just gorgeous. I really like that one. It's a little rough on the lip there, but I will hold on to that. That's pretty. I got a rather dirty scaly scallop. This will clean up pretty good, and it is purple. Okay, an extra special olive. I love the special ones. Nice little freak shell. I did pick up another one too. I'll show you that one at the end. Or actually, it could have been Corey. Here's a little tiny olive with a perfect point and gloss. And the lip was perfect too. Oh, gotta love that one. Olives can get as big as about 2.5 to 3 inches as their max size.
The olives I was just carrying.
Look at this nutmeg. That's like dredge pile size. But look what I saw over there. Do you see it? See it? Come on, it's right there. Alright, I'll give you a clue. It's over here. Alright, I do love playing around with Corey because he just does not spot the shells all the time. God bless his heart. Oh, I love messing around with him. All right, it's a pretty big paw, not perfect, and I left it in the hydrogen peroxide and forgot to put it in the final display. Here's a land snail, made its way out on the beach. Started picking up a few of those Cubans, those brown Cuban ones. So just add that to them. In a little bit, I'll pick up some more of those and a Scotch bonnet. No way. Just sitting on the edge of the seaweed. A Nautica, a Florida Nautica, and a really pretty one. That's just stunning. It has a good lip. Still has a great gloss on it. Okay, a little bit of a growth line ridge there, but man, that is gorgeous. I think these are so pretty. Like, I love the gaudy Nauticas on the West Coast, but I really like these East Coasters, and another Scotch bonnet, and a really pretty lower valve of a flat scallop, and a sand dollar. Don't run into a lot of sand dollars on the East Coast. That's awesome. This is an Arrowhead sand dollar. It's also referred to as the notched sand dollar. Got a really pretty lady-in-waiting Venus clam. Lots of fluffiness on the concentric ridges there. Just gorgeous. Those growth ridges. Absolutely stunning on that one. Oh man. Looks like something just took a bite right out of that sand dollar. That would have been a perfect little one. Here's another turkey wing with even more, wow, more coral growth. That is just so beautiful up close. The pretty circles are corallites where the polyps would have attached when it was alive. Now that is a heartbreaker. A big chunk of a queen helmet. Man, I'd have been over the moon if we found one of those. No joke. How awesome is that? Oh, and this is even better coloring than the first one. Yay, another Florida Nautica. These are so hard to come by, and to find two on this outing, I'll take it. All right, and some more shiny augers. I don't think I've ever found as many shiny augers in one beach walk as this one. All right, can you see the lion's paw? So excited that I spotted that, because that can completely be overlooked. This lion's paw, beautiful orange. It's going to clean up to be, and it did shock me because I thought this one was a little too far gone color wise, but nope, don't underestimate a good cleaning and acid dipping. This also cleaned up really well. This is the lower valve of a flat scallop. Check out the color on that one. I haven't seen a one that had such bright color on the inside, but that cleaned up great as well. I love cleaning shells. All right, another Scotch bonnet. I didn't realize I picked up so many till the end, and I had them all laid out. I was like, oh wow, okay, I guess I found a few Scotch bonnets. And here's another little one. Oh, that's cute. I like the juvenile ones. It's got a chip on the side of it, but I'm gonna have fun playing around and cleaning that paw up as well. And that was really pretty orange too, and more orange on the scaly scallops. And that definitely is a red hamburger bean. Oh, it was such a nice day out, just here all alone. I don't think we passed anyone on our walk out here. It was just stunning. And on our way back to the car, oh boy, a pair of eastern lubber grasshoppers, or I guess you could say eastern lover grasshoppers. Mating season for these guys is late summer. A female will dig a small hole with her abdomen and deposit a pod containing 30 to 80 eggs, and she can lay multiple pods over several weeks. And here's a Cuban brown snail right by the road here. Walking to the car, I found a few of them just clustered up. So there's a lot of Cubans around here, and I wasn't even looking that hard. Here's one with all the brown periostracum on it, and that bleaches up pretty good, but these were chucked full of dirt, but I was able to get these clean, so I was happy to actually find these. I just started finding this species just a little while ago. Here is the entire haul, just laid out in the back bumper. We had some time. We were helping a retired gentleman who had forgotten his cell phone, and his car wouldn't start, so we helped him arrange with AAA to come out and help, and didn't want to leave him there. But look at all these olives. we just picked up a few. Before I show you the cleaned up shell haul, I just wanted to share some of these before and afters, because this is just insane how these cleaned up. Here's 3 of the paws that I found, and look, the transformation is just amazing. Oh, what some good cleaning could do. Here's these scaly scallops, and bam, they cleaned up really nice too. I did a presentation just last weekend to a bunch of adventurer children for one of the church camps, and I showed some before and afters on the shells and used an object lesson like, we're dirty and Christ can clean us up really well. Great object lesson. It was so fun sharing my love for shells to over 200 children. And here are all of the beautiful shells, all nice and cleaned up, that we found out on Jupiter Island, my husband and I. He found a lot of these olives as well. So happy with the shiny Florida Nauticas. Oh, I just cannot. I just can't. They're so pretty. Now, there's more to the story to this paw. When I was cleaning it, yes, I put 2 little small holes in it, and I was like, oh man, I was so irritated. But I got some Polymer's clay and just put it on the back and baked it for 10 minutes in the toaster oven, and it cured, and it solved the problem. Gotta be really careful with those. They're pretty thin, nice cleaned up shells, those Cubans. And let me tell you, Connor helped me out here. I used this ultrasonic cleaner because I just could not get the dirt that was really chucked in the center of the shell. So thank you, Connor. He helped me out with that. Beautiful shiny augers, and that little tiny one. Love that flat. Burnt orange flat, and all the scalies cleaned up really good, and the rough scallops, and the turbans are really nice as well. And flats are nice, but man, that nutmeg is just enormous. It's like a dredge pile size, and I still have a little bit of that sand in the tip to get out, but I'll wait till it dries. It comes out a lot easier sometimes. Got the Jewelbox there, the cherry, and that pink strigula. Lots of nice colors. Calico clam, that was fun to find. Don't really find those too much off on the East Coast. Lots of spectral bittersweets, and the giant bittersweets as well. And of course, I just love that chevron pattern. Is so pretty. Here are the 2 wannabe albinos. They still have some color on the backside, so I wouldn't classify those as complete albino. Here's that additional freak shell that I did pick up, and I love this fire swirl. That's just so unique and different. There to the right is what a normal lettered olive, the tip, would look like. So 2 nice freak shells from this haul. Pretty shark eye. really good size on that one, and lots of these turbans, but I think these two are my favorite, especially that caramel striped one is really pretty on the left there. And needless to say, with all these olives, yes, I will have some listings in my Etsy shop. As I said before, thank you for everyone who has purchased and supported me on YouTube and as well as Etsy. Very happy to distribute and share these shells with you all as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video to anyone who you think might like to watch as well. It really helps my channel when you subscribe, so please do so if you haven't already. And until next time, I leave you with this.